Greetings, everybody, and good day. Nickie Brown here. No matter where you are and what part of the world you are in, I hope that you are having a great day. I wanted to talk about a kind of serious yet interesting topic. And I just have a question. Why would you get mad at the other person? What do I mean by that? So, if you're in a relationship with somebody, you're attached to somebody, married, or living together, whatever that looks like, right? And you know your spouse, male or female, is a liar and a cheater. Why would you get mad at the person he's directing that affection towards? Assuming that that person is just a home wrecker and intentionally set out to get your spouse. Hello? Does this really make sense to you? When you know that who you're with is deceptive? So let's just get more specific. You are in a relationship with a man, right? And he goes out, he meets a woman. He lies to this woman about his relationship status. He gets her emotionally involved with him. He may take her out, make himself available. He may lie and say he has a night job so that he can't talk to her at night. But he may, sneak and go to the store and talk to her as if he's on break. And then past a certain time, he knows she's probably asleep, so he doesn't want to disturb her. You don't know what he's telling her. So why would you get mad at the other woman? And then why would you believe anything that he says to you if you catch him? Again, this can apply to male or female. Because, of course, women do it too. Especially if this person has done this before. Now, I know that there are some Bonnie and Clydes out there who they'll allow their spouse to be in another relationship with somebody else for financial gain or whatever other benefits. And I'm not talking about polygyny. I'm talking about intentionally being deceptive to because this other person has a house or a certain amount of money, and this person feels like if they give them the goods good enough, they'll be able to get some of those benefits from that person. I remember when I was in high school, I went to two different high schools, so I transferred to a new high school, so I'm a new girl, so I don't know anybody. And I ended up dating somebody and not realizing that he was lying to me. Now, my cousin did tell me, I had a cousin who just so happened to go to the high school, and she was like, oh, he already has a girlfriend. So I didn't just take her word for it, because no matter what, um, I just started paying attention. That's what I like to do. No matter what somebody says, if somebody gives me some information, I start paying attention. And if I find out they're right, then I proceed accordingly. So it was maybe within a month's time I found out that my cousin was telling the truth. Not that I didn't believe her. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that I didn't believe her. I just wanted to see it for myself. And once I saw it for myself, again, I proceeded accordingly. Now, they actually were broken up, but they were still seeing each other. And as a matter of fact, I think he was seeing somebody else too. So there was at least three of us that I know of at that time. So once I found out, I immediately broke it off with him, and that was it. To this day, he'll still try to be slick and inbox me, hey, how you doing? I'm good, how are you? And that's it. I think because I'm kind-hearted and forgiving and I still talk to the person, people think I'm naive and stupid. I can still talk to you. That doesn't mean that we're going to be involved with each other, though. I don't understand why people think that you're so desperate or so lonely, or that you'll just drop the ball and all of a sudden say, oh my goodness, I just have to have what you have to offer, when they're not really offering anything but their penis in their hand and trying to manipulate and use you. For whatever it is, if it's sex, if it's money, if it's good head, whatever. Again, this could be male or female. Take them out to eat. Maybe your personality is different. Maybe you're more ambitious. Uh, Maybe they have a bunch of debt that they need to get out of. And so again, they're trying to use this other person to get out of that debt. But they don't even love, they may love the person that they're with, but they're obviously not in love with that person, because if you're in love with somebody, you could never do any of those things with someone else. And you would find your own ways to get money and not using somebody or manipulating somebody for financial gain. So again, people could, and sometimes you'll find out there's somebody else right away, and sometimes it may take some time. It could be months. It depends on the situation. It could be almost a year. For example, if you work with this person, you meet this person at work. At work, you're not necessarily talking about personal things, but you are getting to know people. They may tell you other generic things about their life, and then you'll share things about your life. And because you're sharing with each other, you assume that this person is single. But it could be 6 months to a year before, either you find out on your own, or this person actually comes out and tells you, oh, hey, by the way, I'm already attached to someone. I'm married. I live with somebody. And there's so many people out here going to readers, looking into people's lives to see what their future is, or just seeing that you're an ambitious and driven person, and they feel like they can benefit from that. Now, again, if they give it to you good enough, you'll just be willing to give anything. Like how the joke goes around that, some women will have a relationship as long as they have that income tax check. And then as soon as the check is spent, he's out of there. So some men and women think that they can just come into someone's life and use them for their finances, and then as soon as they get what they need from that person, they can just walk away. So these people will scam and scheme and tell all kinds of lies. They'll find a way to stay out late. They'll take you out, cook for you, bring food to work if you work with this person, buy you gifts. Now, this could be like little petty gifts, like a t-shirt, But it ain't tricking if you got it. So even if it's jewelry, if the person has it, it doesn't matter because they have it. They could have stolen it from somebody or somewhere just to give to you, to try to impress you, to make you think that this person really likes you. They'll sometimes even get other person and people involved. They'll lie on you and try to slander your name and say you seduced them. It's funny because Dr. Frances Cress Welsing, rest in power, she said a woman can't make a man do something, right? And a woman can't make a man have sex. And those were not her exact words, and so please don't quote me. But basically, a woman can't make a man have sex, but a man can force himself on a woman, right? Why can't a woman make a man have sex, though? Like, she can't force herself on him. She can make him get erect, but if she does so forcefully, meaning with a weapon, he's going to turn limp. I guess unless he's into that kind of thing. But I would imagine if you pull out a weapon on a man, he's automatically gonna go limp. So again, you can't force him like a man can force a woman. Now she may be able to seduce him and use her feminine woes or femme fatale ways to coax him into sex and seduce him, but she can't force him into the act. And these people may or may not have had sex, but if it's been months or a year of her getting to know this person or him getting to know this person, you automatically usually start to at least like this person, or at least there's some type of infatuation, and typically maybe even some desire. Depends on the person and how well they can control their emotions. Some people have very high levels of self-control, and some have very carnal or caveman, you know, sense of self-control. As soon as they talk to somebody for 5 minutes, they're ready. And that's not to judge anybody, because that's not what this is about. But everybody's different is what I'm saying. Some people could go a year or 2 years and never kiss or even hug this person, but they're steady having conversation. Whereas some people, again, it's instant. Like, oh, this is somebody from the opposite sex with a tool I can use. Hey, let's get it. But you'll even have people who get mad at you. Like I said, they'll involve other people. But then you'll have people get mad at you, like onlookers. Like I had a lot of people at high school who were mad at me. Why are you mad at me? I don't know these people. How the hell would I know that this person was already in a relationship? How would I know that? Why don't you say, oh, hey, girl, you might want to be careful with that one and try to look out for the person instead of getting mad at them, not knowing whether or not they know. Some people are very clever. And again, they'll manipulate the person and make the person think it's something that it's not. You don't know what lies this person has told. But 9 times out of 10, they're lying. 9 times out of 10, most people are not bold enough to say, hey, I'm already in a relationship, but I like you and I still want to, I still want to have sex with you. Or, I need some money. Most people are going to go about it in a much more passive-aggressive way, whether they're actually being slick or not. Because people can only pretend but so long. Again, if somebody comes and gives a gift of a t-shirt, this woman is like, some woman know instinctively, this man is really not serious about me. He's BSing me because he's after something. Again, whether it be sex or some type of financial gain. Someone will instinctively know. Whether they know about his relationship or not, they'll instinctively know whether or not this man is really serious about them, or this woman is really serious about him. But some won't. Or some will ignore the red flags and the non-negotiable behavior because they just want someone to like them. Some people become codependent, or they're used to trauma bonding. Some people think that's how it's supposed to be. And so once they start liking this person, even sometimes if it's been 6 months to a year and then they finally find out what the situation is, they may still want to go there because now they've already started liking this person. So whenever people ask, well, how could a woman do that? Because he or she made this person develop emotional feelings for them. Some people can't just let go once they're emotionally attached to someone, even if they are in a relationship already. And some people will know up front. But because I do know some women who, they're okay with it. But this man is giving this woman money, or this woman is giving this man money, and so they will deal with it for a certain period of time. Sometimes their conscience kicks in and say, this is not right, I'm going to stop doing it. And sometimes they keep doing it for years because they're benefiting from it. And some men or some women, I mean, if they got it, again, it's not tricking if you got it. I know women who will pass off hundreds of dollars, just like a man would. She'll meet this man at a hotel. She's married or in a relationship living with somebody. She'll meet the man at a hotel. And once they do the do, she might leave $500 or more on the nightstand for him. And of course, the same applies to a man. You know, whenever she asks for money, it might be $50 here, $200 there. But essentially, he's helping her pay her bills. So that's like an extra income for him. So if she give him a shot of leg, it's like, whatever. I don't care about that other situation because I'm getting my needs met. Because that's how most people operate, based on their place of need. So you have to look at who the person is dealing with and what their need is. Right? So if this person, you can tell if somebody doesn't, I don't care if somebody lies, they don't tell you about their finances. You can tell. You can tell. Because it's not about what they say or do, it's about their energy. How fast are they moving? Do they meet you and right away? Well, we gotta do this. Oh, please, let me give me go. Oh, that. What are you rushing for? If the person ain't going nowhere, what you rushing for? Because they have to get you emotionally tied or invested, or so they think. And then if it doesn't work, they get an attitude. How could you not be so invested in my punani? How could you not be strung out and head over heels over this? Johnson in my hand. How could you not? Because if somebody can pick up on your energy and know that you're not serious about them, then they're not going to be serious about you. 9 times out of 10, that door swings both ways. And so since this person is trying to use you for something, you may in turn use them for something. So if you just want a little bit of booty, you'll just go ahead and get that booty from that person and send them on their way. If you want to use this man as a tool, maybe it's been a while. And so you use him as a tool, and then you send him on about his business. The rule is usually for a woman, if you have sex with a man 3 times or less, you can control your emotions. Now, you may still like him. You may like him a lot. You may be able to even have sex with him more than 3 times and still send him on his way. I don't recommend that. But if you're strong enough, or if you know he's not enough, sure, go for it. You can control your emotions, but if you know you can't control your emotions, I wouldn't play around with it. I would just maybe get, either not go there at all or get a little bit and just keep it moving. But everybody's different. Because usually once you get it one time, you want it again. And you probably want it multiple times. And this is how people get involved. Because you may or may not have had sex with this person before you found out they were involved with someone else. And if you've already had sex with this person, again, most women cannot let go of that emotional attachment that fast. Yes, they may be upset about it, But if those loins start calling to be massaged, they may still go there. Or if there's something in them emotionally that they're tied to with this person, or they feel like there's some type of connection, they may still go there. But you shouldn't be mad at the woman. Your man or your woman knows that they were in a relationship with you. So that's who your frustration or anger should be directed towards, especially if this person has cheated on you before. And this is not their first time doing it. So how dare you be on his side or her side and you don't know both sides of the story? 9 times out of 10, your spouse lied to this person, whether it from the beginning. 9 times out of 10, it happened from the beginning. And again, some people have the strength to walk away immediately as soon as they find out. But some people don't. And you can't get mad if your spouse got this person emotionally attached and they don't want to let go. Their feelings are involved. And they want to keep feeling that way, especially if they're not seeing somebody else. But if they're the type of person who's seeing multiple people, then it's a free for all. Oh, well, you got somebody, I got somebody too. Let's just do what we do and we do what we do. And then that's it. Some people are okay with it. And you never know what you're dealing with or what that other person is dealing with. You never know what lies on the table. So don't be mad at the other spouse or the other, the side chick or whatever you call it. Be mad at who you're with. Later. Love y'all.